back to my channel. So today I have a video that's been requested so many times. It is on the brand new range of fragrances from Charlotte Tilbury. I got the Discovery set so I could try them all for you. So I'm going to be taking you through the different scents here, letting you know what they smell like, first impressions. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. I'm all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos on new releases, ranges, perfume notes, so do check them out. And if you're a regular, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me. And as always, I'll put the links in the description box where you can get these perfumes where they're available all around the world. This sample pack cost me £25. I ordered it as soon as it became available earlier this week. So I don't know about you, but I've been targeted with so many ads for these perfumes. Obviously Google knows what I'm interested in, and everywhere I've been going on the internet I've been getting these ads for the Charlotte Tilbury perfumes and lots of requests from you guys to review them as well. So I was super excited to try these. I think Charlotte Tilbury as a brand, I think about 2 years ago, was sold to Puig, which is a massive company that owns a lot of fragrance brands. They're a Spanish company. They own brands like Paco Rabanne. I think they own Acqua di Parma and Penhaligon's. And when I saw that happen, my initial reaction was, I bet they're gonna release a bunch of fragrances because that's what Puig is so good at. I know in the past Charlotte Tilbury did have some fragrances, but I think the brand, like being now owned by Puig, they've obviously got a new strategy to have these 6. So they have a very cool sort of cosmic theme to them, which I love, of course. I went for that with my Empress. These are all eau de parfums. So let's start off at the beginning with Cosmic Power. So this is the purple one and it has a moon symbol. And this one's created by Dominique Ropion, who I did a video of the other week on he's a very famous perfumer. So this one is quite ambery, incensey, reminds me a little bit of a Victor Rolf Good Fortune Intense on first impressions. There's definitely a bit of a spiciness to it, a bit of like fresh, like a cardamom or a black pepper. When it comes to ambery, incensey fragrances, they can often be very heavy. This doesn't feel particularly strong. That's quite a light, ambery, Middle Eastern style perfume. It says it has frankincense in. It's got that like freshness in like the sharpness from the black pepper in the opening, and then it's sort of ambery, and it's very much like a typical incensey type fragrance in my view. Next up we have Calm Bliss, which has like a turquoisey colour. That is definitely very calming. It kind of smells a bit like going into a spa. So it's got a lavender note in. So this is like a typical aromatic fragrance, neroli, lavender. Aromatic means this kind of scents that you get in like body products like cowshed or espar that are used in, you know, Declior, those type of fragrance notes. Very much like L'Occitane, the scents that come out of Provence. Very calming, unassuming, quite clean feeling. Again, it feels relatively light. And the symbol I noticed for this is like a flower with 2 peace doves. So it does feel like a very peaceful, calming, clean fragrance. So this next one is called Magic Energy, and this has like a dark green color, and they've got a star as this symbol. Okay, so this one doesn't feel too dissimilar to the previous one, to Calm Bliss. It definitely has that green aromatic feel to it. I'd say that's quite similar to the other Calm Bliss. It doesn't have a lemony neroli in it like Calm Bliss does. It describes it on their website as emotion boosting molecules, citrus woody fragrance. I'd say it's more green than woody. It's also very light. It says emotion boosting molecules of bergamot, cypress, Palo Santo, which is a type of wood. I would say those two are very similar. I'd also say so far they're all very gender neutral as well. You know, the Charlotte Tilbury advertising marketing tends to be like quite feminine. I am actually a huge fan of the Charlotte Tilbury products. I use the Pillow Talk lipstick and eyeshadow palette. I'm actually wearing it now. It's one of my go-to. So next we have Joyphoria. This one's created by Anne Filippo, another perfumer that I recently did a video on. So this one kind of has Armani My Way vibes. It's got white florals, tuberose. I'd say this is quite similar to My Way, but definitely not as strong. This is a goldy, yellowy color, and it's got the sun as its symbol. It's described on the fragrance as happiness in a bottle. They're all talking all the descriptions talking about motion boosting molecules. I feel like everything has molecules in it. I don't know if that's like a clinically proven thing. I don't know. It says it's got ylang ylang and vanilla bean in. I don't really get vanilla. I have to say these are all really quite light. They're performing to me more like an eau de toilette. They're really very light. This is like an eau de toilette version of My Way. I don't really get vanilla. Okay, next up I have here Love Frequency. So this one, it comes in the hot pink bottle. So this is a very clear rose scent. It has definitely a noticeable patchouli ambery base. Reminds me a little bit of Under the Stars from Maison Margiela, that sort of rose patchouli. In fact, I'd say now I'm getting more patchouli than rose, but at first it was very rosy, and that definitely feels the strongest out of all the ones so far. Very typical. I have to say none of these so far have seemed particularly unique. They're all like things I've smelled before. So the last one here is called More Sex. Ooh, now that one feels quite leathery. That does feel quite sexy, and it has lips as its symbol. That does feel very leathery, but in a very gender neutral way. It's a little bit of a sweet leather. Sometimes leather fragrances, which tend to be quite male, are mixed with a lot of other masculine notes, whereas this doesn't feel like it is. If anything, it just feels like quite a clean new leather jacket that you just bought, that like really clean leather. I do like that. It definitely does feel sexy. I think that's my favorite out of these. A very wearable leather. So this set here, which is 5 lots of 1.5 ml, was £25. Then the fragrances themselves come in 2 sizes. They come in a 10 ml, which is £20, and then they come in the full size 100 ml, which is £130. So typical designer perfume price. My personal opinion of these is that they don't feel particularly unique and they don't feel particularly concentrated. I know I talk a lot about fragrance oil concentration, the percentage of it, and brands don't publish that, but I guess I would say these were about 10% fragrance oil concentration max. They feel like maybe less, maybe 7. Like now I've sprayed all 6 of them and I can't really smell them in particular, so I don't really feel like they're very good for projection on my first impression. I think it's clever that the 6 are very different in the sense that if they've got someone there like at the counter, they're doing their makeup, let's say they come in, they want something very pink and girly, they could recommend the pink perfume and it would be a good like sell on for the people that work at the counter. But overall, I personally think for £130, I'm not sure that these are Soki approved. I think you can get a lot of other perfumes that smell similar to these, and if you want me to do a video on ones that smell like these, let me know. Like for example, I'd say the one that's the most unique is that leather one. There aren't many sort of feminine light leather perfumes, and that's definitely my favorite. But the white floral one, the rose patchouli one, they're all things that we've seen before. The aromatic ones, they're kind of like the Laura Mercier fragrances. So overall, I'm a bit underwhelmed by them. I do like the look of the bottles. The bottles do look super cute and the marketing is beautiful as well. But considering how good the makeup is, like I love the lipsticks that I have from Charlotte Tilbury, I feel like these aren't particularly great value for money. That's just my first impression. So guys, let me know if you've tried any of them, what you think, which is your favorite. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if you want me to do that video saying alternatives to them. All the links will be down below to where you can get this sample pack and the fragrances around the world. But that's it guys, so thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.